All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us on the Voice of Job Seekers. This is part two for today. And with me right now is Leander Howard, founder of Spark Your Resumes. How are you, sir?
Doing well, man. Doing well. How's it going?
I can't complain here in Chicago. You're in Atlanta, right?
I'm
Both
actually in
Atlanta area.
Charlotte. I'm in Charlotte
Oh,
right
okay.
now, but yeah, I live in Atlanta still.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool.
Yes,
Wherever,
sir.
virtually doesn't even matter. So
Don't
here,
matter.
we got a chance to talk about we got a chance to talk about some of the trends that you've been seeing in Philadelphia when we met at the Career Thought Leaders Conference.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
talk a little bit more about trends that you're seeing, maybe something you're running across in your business and that you're resolving with your clients, or maybe there's something you're seeing on the horizon and maybe you're prepared to help your clients with.
Yeah, man, most definitely. A lot of layoffs are happening right now. So I tell people, man, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? I think
Right.
everybody should put themselves back on the market at least every 6 months. I think it's very, very critical just to understand your worth, your value, and
Hmm.
see what's out there, right? Don't get stuck in
Right.
just one area at a time because companies make decisions like that at the spur of the moment, right? That's out of your
Right.
control, and then you're looking like, man, I didn't know this. I didn't even see this coming. I didn't know this was going to happen. And now you have
Hmm.
to adjust, right, and adapt to really go find a new role at a new company. And then that's when you start networking. But then it's too late, right? When
Right.
you already building those relationships nonstop with people in your industry, people outside of your industry that can like and know and trust you over time. When things like this do happen, it's a lot easier for you to transition because you have something to fall back on.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. I have a friend of mine. His name is Rich, and Rich knows who he is because he frequents LinkedIn. He might get a wind of this, but he's been sharing about how he's been reviving his track aspirations. And it takes a while for to get ready for a track, much less if you haven't done it for a few years. It's
Right.
kind of the same way that job seekers are now, that some of them, they're just now saying, well, after a few years they're trying to get ready. It takes longer, as opposed to if you're staying ready, if you're staying active, even if you don't completely engage a company, you're ready, and you're ready to go with the market as opposed to getting ready for the market.
Facts, wholeheartedly, man. I think that when it comes to job seeking, it's a job in itself, and that's one thing that we're doing at Spark Your Resume. We're really turning our business into more of the reverse recruiter. So we're actually
Hmm.
going to go look for the opportunities for you because people think that the resume, LinkedIn, and cover letter are going to get you hired when it's really the cherry on top, right? That's your
Yeah.
professional brand. That's to get
Right.
people out, yeah, get visibility, gain
Marketing.
credibility, right?
Hmm.
It's marketing at the end of the day, but it's also another side of the job search that I think a lot of people underestimate is the actual searching, networking, booking calls, booking interviews, negotiating offers, right? That communication feed throughout the entire length of your job search, whether that be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Some people have been searching for a year, 6 months, like, but it shouldn't take that long if you actually have somebody that know what they're that if you actually invest in yourself and um,
Hmm.
get somebody that knows what they're doing that has a network of recruiters and hiring managers in your desired industry and field to where they can help you and support you throughout that job search. So you're not searching for jobs 30, 40 hours a week. You have somebody doing that stuff for you. And now you're just
Hmm.
showing up for interviews and networking calls, right, to close deals. And I
Hmm.
think that's where we're kind of pivoting with Spark Your Resume is actually not just giving people half-ass what they need, but really giving them everything they need to
Hmm.
succeed in their job search because their North Star is to actually see a new opportunity to land a new gig in 60 days or less. So the quicker we can do that, the more value our services become.
Yeah. So I think overall, you're seeing what really has been happening for years, that people are just they're waking up to a new economy again, and
Yep.
they're waking up to new job search trends again, and they're looking to get started, and they don't know where to start. And so, instead of trying to do it themselves, they'll probably reach out to you or other resume writers and coaches and things to get things going a little bit faster.
Exactly. Exactly. Time is the only thing we can't get back, Mark.
Yeah. Yep, that is true. But it does say something though when you're able to do it yourself and you keep re-engaging yourself, because then you're able to sell yourself on the spot as opposed to having to think about, okay, what do I want to do next, where I want to go. But it comes down to basically two questions in the old school: what do you want to do and where you want to do it. It's that simple, and I think a lot of times people want to make it more complicated than it actually is.
I agree, man. I agree. Simplicity is everything. Especially in the job search. I see a lot of people wanting to apply to 10 different roles. And I'm like, you need to niche down. You need to understand, maybe, narrow it down to maybe two, maybe max three different position titles that you want to target.
Hmm.
Figure out your top 10 companies. Start there.
Yeah,
Don't limit it to that. But I say, start somewhere to where okay, you're focused, you're dialed in, you know exactly what you want, you know exactly what you don't want, which is just as important as knowing what you do want. To where you're rejecting opportunities, you're saying no to different things that just don't align with your values and
yeah,
what you want to do in your career. So I think just narrowing down, and pinpointing what you want to do, how you want to get there, and actually executing on it rather than being so broad and being open to anything. Well, you'll see a lot more success in your job search because then you're having those natural conversations. You know what you're talking about. You know what to expect. You're talking to the people in your industry. You know the jargon. You know the language. Right? It's just easier. It's more
yeah,
natural instead of searching for things that really don't fit your criteria and that's out of your scope of work. It doesn't make sense. So
yeah.
dial in on the things that you really know you're good at. And let everybody else do what they got to do to see the rest. Like let it go, but focus on the things that you really want. And I think that's what we see. Our clients have success in is when they're dialed in, they're focused on one or two roles they want to apply to, and
Hmm.
they can reject anything else that's outside of that scope. And it's helped a lot. That's how we see results in 60 days. It's like we're dialed in. We're not looking for everything. We're looking for a specific type of role, specific type of company, specific benefits, salary range,
Hmm.
location, culture, values, all of that good stuff. So it helps a lot when you know exactly what you want. It just weeds out the things that you don't.
Right. So if people want to work more with you, like on you're delving into the recruiting side aspect, and I don't think there's any other way to kind of put that, right?
Right.
In a sense, how should they reach out to you, or what's your preferred method, or how should they engage you?
Yeah, they can go to the website, sparkyourresume.com, and book a strategy call with my team just so we can understand and see if it's a good fit. Because we don't take everybody, right? We have a specific demographic that we want to work with, that we've seen
Okay.
results with, right? So they have to qualify to work with us. If they do qualify, then we'll get them on an appointment, learn more about their needs, and then take the conversation from there. We feel like we can help them after that conversation. Then we'll talk about different packages and pricing and services and all that good stuff and how we helped other people just like them see the same results.
Good deal. Well, I'm going to be back at the end of the month with this series about job search trends because it's kind of a series night. This is the third of the series, and
Okay,
we're going
dope.
to have some more conversation. And for the rest of you, thank you very much for joining me. And you're going to see me probably about the third or fourth week of June on this kind of stuff. There's also stuff that's coming. You know me. You guys have been following me. I have all kinds of stuff going through my timeline. So you guys have a great weekend. Leander, thank you very much for joining me.
No doubt.